Hey, it's Tom here. Good news. We're opening up our one-to-one platinum mentoring program when we have 2 spots available right now. So if you're looking for a mentor to give you the guidance, support, accountability, and all of the systems to ensure you're going to make 6 figures in the next 12 months, even if you're a complete beginner, you have no prior experience, and you don't have any good technical skills, you want to go to ltsmentor.com. That's ltsmentor.com. You're going to fill in a short application and you're going to book a call so you can speak to myself and the team. So go to ltsmentor.com to apply now.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Launch 6 podcast. You're here with me, Tom Ash, and with my esteemed colleague, Tom. In this episode, we want to talk about something that's quite real, and a lot of people sort of feel that they're quite kind of on their own feeling this, but a lot of people have felt this way, and it's commonly referred to as imposter syndrome. But it's that feeling that you're not kind of good enough, you're not right, you might feel that you don't have a right to be there. And I mean, Tom, how do we define this? How do we go into a bit more, because this is something that a lot of people feel on a daily. They feel this, and it's one of the sometimes it can be one of the big reasons they don't go out and get success.
Yeah, 100%. So I think imposter syndrome, I've seen that as a mentor to lots of clients. And I had it when I first started in real estate investing. At the very beginning, I was thinking, there's always an excuse we come up with in our identity, in our mind, that you're too old, you're too young, you don't have enough years, you have too many years. There's tons of different things that some people would go, why would someone have imposter syndrome of having too many years? Well, they might be like, I've been doing it too long, I've got an unfair advantage, I can't teach people. There's always a reason, there's always a limitation. But most common for people, though, I found is, for example, when we're teaching people to create their Facebook or post on their Facebook, they don't want to do it, not because they really, yes, they have a fear of what people think, or maybe they've got another job, but the reality is they're scared they're scared they're not enough, and they're going to be rejected for trying to go for more in life. So they want to go for more in life, they want to grow, they want to make more money, they want to do new things, but because it's unknown, their identity goes, you're an imposter, this isn't you. And they think, and then everyone around them that is also not growing, they might judge them and go, this isn't you, this isn't, why are you changing, this isn't for you, why don't you carry on doing your job, and so forth. And everyone needs to understand that's normal. But the worst thing is never doing it because you don't feel good enough. It's like, who am I to promote an affiliate product on my Facebook? No one's going to want to do it. The reality is, if you do it, no one will really care, and some people will be happy you did it and they'll buy. That's the reality. But this is a real situation, and I've taught people that have paid a lot of money, 12,000 to 15,000, they can't post on their Facebook. They can't do it.
That's crazy, isn't it?
They come up with every excuse in the world, but the reality is they don't want to be exposed for what they know inside of themselves. They're not good. They don't think they're good enough to do it, and they don't want the feedback loop, or the negative feedback loop, validating that truth, because they believe it deep inside. So there is a solution to this. It's not going to be easy. This is why most people quit, because they go, I'm just a waiter. There's no point me trying to start a business. Who am I? You heard that quote. I heard that saying, Thomas, when people go, who am I to do this?
Yeah. And I mean, you can feel this in so many different spaces. I mean, I remember when I started in property, it impacted me. It impacted me hugely from going speaking to agents. It impacted me hugely with posting on social media, because I wanted to post on social media at the time. It was one of my marketing strategies. And it is such a sort of, it can be quite a small seed, but it can blossom into a massive doubt. And it does come from that identity, that feeling. And you put it really well. It was, if you are a waiter, for example, whatever your profession, accountant, tinker, candlestick maker, etc.
Could be anything. Yeah.
It could be anything. And the fact that you are, say, looking to get started in business, and it feels wrong. It feels like, oh, I don't belong here, or oh, I don't feel, and that's normal. That's normal. It happens, and people feel. Now the question is, and you started talking about this, was how to sort of combat it and how to sort of start to go forwards with it, because ultimately it is one of those things. And I remember at one point feeling, really early on, I felt so out of my depth. But the moment that, for example, I was networking at the time, I was going networking, and I was feeling like so rubbish, like going up to this, driving up, it was like everything was like, oh, making an excuse, turn around, go away. And I just went, I took action, and it made me feel so much better for it. But this again goes back down to those lessons of being able to face discomfort, and as a result, being able to overcome that feeling. And it's
There
not
is a way to
comfortable.
change imposter syndrome, and there is a way around it. And I think there's a few steps you need to do. If we could put it in steps, number one is you've got to own who you are. So you need to start owning who you are, and you need to start, instead of focusing on just your negative things, you need to focus on how you add value to people's lives.
Yeah.
And you need to start focusing on the good you can bring, the value you can bring, how you can help someone. Because, for example, you're a coach, right? You've made 20 grand. You've made, let's say you've only made 20,000 as a coach, and everyone around you that has imposter syndrome, which basically means they don't like themselves. That's what it means. It's called self-hate. That's pretty much just a raw term. What it means, they don't like themselves. They don't think they're enough. Basically that's it. So what they do is they project that on you. And what they will say is, you're a newbie coach. How dare you be doing this? Because they're jealous, because you're reflecting back to them what they're not doing, because they're insecure. So you don't want to keep that insecurity in you. And you've got to know, actually, what can I add value? Well, I've made 20,000 as a coach. This person's made 0. So I can help them get to their first 20,000. And then guess what you're going to do? You're going to grow your business, and you're probably going to be on the trajectory of making 100,000. So it doesn't really matter, as long as you can help the person. The person only cares about what you can offer them. So it's really stacking your value and owning your worth, and continuously learn, because if you're a millionaire, and there's always someone that's a billionaire. If you're a billionaire, there's someone that is a millionaire that has to pay less than you. There's always negatives and positives and so forth. So you've just got to own where you are, and you've got to step into the new you. You've got to almost put new shoes on, buy new trainers and put them on, which is you. And like what you said, Thomas, to wrap that up, is you just got to show up every single day, and you've got to start acting like the new you would, rather than like what you just said, turn away is your old self. But you decided to step forward, and you showed up for the networking meeting, and then it's probably normal for you now, right? To do networking.
No, absolutely. I mean, well, not so much now with COVID, but we're doing a lot of virtual networking. But I'll happily present in front of hundreds of people quite happily on an online platform. And beforehand, that may have been something. I'll be honest. There was a time that prospect was terrified me. I'll be really honest. I'd wrap up on a couple of phrases, and I really like this. Things are not scary. People are scared. That is honestly, and a lot of that goes back to you. And then a final phrase is, with great competence comes confidence. So get learning. Learn, become really, understanding of what you do, and then couple that with huge, massive actions. And we've spoken about feedback loops, but ultimately that is where you'll then kickstart that feedback loop.
Yeah, proximity is huge. Get around people that are not just striving for excellence, but they display excellence. They display self-love, character, truth, action. Don't just be around people that just bitch and moan all day, because then you're going to become a bitcher and a moaner. This online business stuff is so hard. Well, now you're a moaner now. So you don't want to be in that category, believe me, because that is not good. It's not fun.
No.
So just be very mindful of who you are in proximity with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And guys, as always, check out the Launch 6 forum. Stay tuned for your daily dose of goodness. I need to enunciate my T's at the tip of my tongue. Thank you so much for lending us your ears. We hope that's helped you on your way to success and to launching to 6 figures. And we look forward to catching you on the next one.
Ta-ra.
Hey guys, it's Tom Ash. We hope you guys have enjoyed the episode as much as we've loved putting it together for you. Please guys, do us a huge favor. Hit that love button, hit that subscribe button, and review us on Apple iTunes. We do read the comments. We want to improve our content and give you guys the best that we've got. Equally, the best comment, guys, we will shout you guys out, and we are giving out free courses. So guys, please come hit that love button, leave us a review, and we'll catch you on the next podcast, guys. All the best. Take care.